Santa Claus's Dreamophone. Timmy the mouse was sad.
Ugh.
He sighed, looking out the window. An enormous, long gray raindrop crawled down the glass like a snail. After it came another just as gray, and the whole day, like the whole world beyond the window, was gray and boring. "Tim," said Mamma Mouse, looking into the room, "what's wrong?"
I'm bored.
sighed Timmy, looking somewhere through the window.
Mum, is it true that there's snow somewhere out there in other countries?
"It's true."
What's it like, Mum?
"Fluffy, cold, damp, brrr," shuddered Mamma Mouse, just as if she were shaking off something invisible and nasty.
If only I could see it just once,
said Timmy. "I'd like not to," Mum waved her paw. "I saw snow once when I was little, and I don't want to ever again. But don't be sad, dear. Christmas is just around the corner. Let's decorate the tree."
Yeah!
Timmy jumped up from the windowsill and went out with Mum. How could he forget about the tree? Dad had brought it home only yesterday. How silly. "Now I'll get my magic box," Mamma Mouse winked at her son. 2 minutes. And it was true. She came back down from the attic with a big box. Ding! Went something inside. And Timmy realized it was the tree decorations knocking into each other. What a wonderful sound.
Wow!
The mouse looked into the box. There was real magic in there. There were the decorations. Little balls, cones, little trees, all shining, shimmering, and rustling. It was turning out that, thanks to them, the whole world was getting brighter and more interesting. Ding! Went a little shining box with different colored buttons right in Timmy's paw.
Whoa!
Timmy was surprised.
Mom, what's this?
"Probably a decoration for the tree. What else could it be?" answered Mum without looking. She was right then untangling a large garland with yellow lights.
No, Mom. There's no thread on it to hang on the tree.
Timmy carefully looked at the little box. "Then let's tie one," smiled Mum. But then she looked at the toy in surprise. "You're right. That's strange. I didn't remember that we had anything like this."
And me. I don't remember either.
Timmy nodded.
That's strange. Where could it have come from?
Wait. Mum seemed to be remembering something. It can't be anything else. It must be one of Santa Claus' secret devices. It's a Dreamophone.
A Dreamophone?
Timmy repeated the syllables, looking at his mum.
Mom?
Well, this kind of device is what Santa Claus uses to find out what people want in their presents at Christmas.
How does it find out?
Timmy clapped his hands in excitement.
Can it hear what I'm thinking, the device?
As it happens, yes, Mum nodded.
And how does Santa find out?
I think the device sends him an email.
Wow!
Timmy went around the tree 3 times trying to find the best place for the special decoration. He finally found it. He hung it on the lowest branch, right next to the couch. Now, when his parents were sleeping, he could go down to the Dreamophone and make a wish for everything. Timmy shut his eyes tight in excitement. What do I want? Now, what does Timmy want for a present? A big toy car park with cars, like in the window of the toy store at the end of the street. A ball. No, 2 balls. That way, if one gets lost, there'll still be another one. A tablet. Wouldn't the others at school just turn green with envy? A box of chocolate. No, 2. 3. The mouse licked his lips, imagining the mountains of wrappers and the chocolate mustache around his lips. It would be so yummy. And also roller skates. He would learn how to skate. The ones that Mum bought him last year were way too small, though he hadn't worn them once. Well, actually, the obvious choice was a train. A train track, the longest in the world, with batteries, bright lights, and music. Everyone would know that he, Timmy, had found that device. And now Santa Claus would bring him everything that he wished for. The mouse quickly ate up his supper and went to bed. The most interesting things would start happening soon. The Wish. As soon as his parents went to their room, the mouse crept out from under the blankets and tiptoed to the tree. He sat there and whispered for a long time, squeezing the Dreamophone in his hand. "What are you up to, son?" His sleepy mum looked into the room. "I thought you went to sleep a long time ago."
I'm going right now.
Timmy winked at the device. Success! Now he could sleep. That night, the mouse dreamed of Santa Claus with a huge sack. It could barely fit in the door. And just look at how the presents were spread out under the tree. One by one, it was a whole mountain. You couldn't even see the tree. And he's taking everything out of his sack. "Timmy dear, get up. It's time for school." Mum affectionately patted her son on the cheek.
Too bad.
Sighed Timmy, stretching. "What's too bad?"
That today's not Christmas.
"Well, just another 2 days, that's all. One more day at school, and that's it. And you have to help Mum set the table for Christmas,"
Okay.
nodded Timmy.
2 days is only 2 days, that's all.
No way. On Christmas Day, the little mouse was the first to come down to the Christmas tree.
What's this?
He was trying to find something in the torn-apart package.
Is this a book? And a small train? No way!
Why, no way!
Asked Papa Mouse, surprised as he walked into the room.
Did you like the gift?
All of this. It's not it. It's not it.
What do you mean?
I mean this, Dad. Aha! I understand.
The little mouse slapped himself on the forehead.
Definitely. It's broken.
What's broken?
Dad wasn't understanding.
The device, Santa's Dreamophone. One moment.
And Timmy ran up to the Christmas tree and grabbed a small box. He twisted the box in his hands, turned it around, carefully tapped it on the couch, sniffed it, even licked it after wiping it down.
It's all clear now.
He sighed, raising his eyes to his stunned father.
Papa, where do they fix things like this?
Fix what?
Santa's secret tools. You know, like the boxes that tell Santa what kids want for Christmas. Mama Mouse winked at Papa Mouse. It turned out she had been observing their whole conversation.
Well, what do you say?
Papa Mouse smiled and played with the device.
If I'm honest, I don't know where in town we would have such shops.
Well, what do you know? They exist.
Well, what do you know? I thought I would never see such a rarity again.
Grandfather Jim tenderly stroked the little box.
You're familiar with things like this?
Asked Papa Mouse, surprised.
Of course, the Dreamophone is Santa's secret toy. They had stopped making them just as I started working. Why? They say it was too expensive, hard to use, and Santa got tired. They returned to good old-school paper letters.
But it takes so long to read them, said Mama Mouse, surprised.
Yes, and children's handwriting can be not great.
Papa Mouse blushed as he remembered his own school notebooks.
But Santa has a whole team of helpers. Don't worry, they get it done.
Grandfather Jim smiled.
Grandfather, do you think you can fix the Dreamophone?
Asked Timmy, pressing the box to his heart.
Well, let's take a look.
The grandfather grabbed a toolbox from the shelf. He attached some cords to the box, tapped with his hammer. The Dreamophone shuddered, and a green light started flickering.
Yes, it's all fine and it works. The battery's just drained. You know what? Let's change the battery altogether, just in case.
Grandfather, does that mean that Santa didn't hear what I've been dreaming about?
Asked Timmy, upset.
Sweet Timmy, of course not. Look, what do we know about Santa?
He's magical.
Exactly. And so what does that mean about this tool?
It's also magical.
The little mouse repeated, thrilled.
You're right.
The old man winked.
This box was built with secret technology, and it always works.
When I sit near it, right?
And even when you're very far.
Even 1,000 miles away?
Even thousands of miles away.
But how can Santa hear and see me from so far away? Does he really have such big eyes and ears?
The secret isn't in the eyes and ears, sweet Timmy. The device sends a signal from heart to heart, and no distance is too far for that.
Is he doing this on purpose?
Wow!
Timmy's jaw dropped in surprise, but his hands immediately turned into fists.
Wait, so Santa knew what I wanted and purposely sent something else?
Yes and no.
Shrugged the grandfather.
How is that so, grandfather?
Yes, he knew, and yes, he sent you what you were dreaming for. And no, it's not what you have decided to want to have seen in a store or at your friend's house or somewhere else.
But grandfather, I wasn't dreaming about a book.
But you were dreaming about a train.
It's so small, I wanted a big one.
Sweet Timmy, first of all, Santa picks out presents that can be carried. After all, there are many of you children, even just on our street, Mama Mouse tried to explain.
And second of all,
Added Papa Mouse.
this tool and Santa himself read the dreams themselves, not the words. What you really want and what can really help, bring it. For example, a book about trains. It'll help you get smarter and more knowledgeable about your dream. You want to be a train driver when you grow up, right?
Winked the grandfather to the little mouse.
Yes.
Timmy smiled.
Mama, Papa, let's go home. I want to read.
Hold on, let's at least have some tea together. What's the rush?
The grandfather started to fret.
I had been expecting you all evening, and I didn't have time to prepare.
Dad, why don't you come back with us? Mama Mouse hugged him. I baked your favorite pie. Why wait till the evening?
Okay.
Nodded Grandfather Jimmy, and a tear rolled down his cheek.
What's wrong, Grandpa?
Asked Timmy, concerned.
I just love you all very much.
Grandfather Jimmy smiled.
Let's go.
The most important things. They spent the whole day celebrating, ate Christmas pie, gave each other gifts and surprises, drank tea out of delicate porcelain cups with golden stars, and of course, read their new book about trains. Meanwhile, Timmy rolled his little train and yelled,
Choo-choo! Choo-choo!
And the little box on the Christmas tree occasionally flickered with a green light, as if a reminder that the most important things you won't see with your eyes or hear with your ears, you'll feel them only in your heart.